It cocked 45, and you know, if I had a Model 60 Smith & Wesson, I'd take out that Smart Aleck Desperado down there. All right, oh, let's put 6 on him. Oh, I can't. It's a 5-shot, I forgot. Yeah, he cocked 45 here, taking care of Desperados on the range and wherever, because they're always around with a Model 60 Smith & Wesson, a new one, in 357 Magnum, okay? Hopefully you saw a video on the classic original Model 60. It's 38 special, and that's it, not even plus P. Made in 1970. I'll link to that video. We talked a lot about the Model 60 and everything. That one was new in the box till I shot it, fired it. But this one is a more modern iteration of the Model 60. And in around, I think, 1996, they stretched out the frame a little bit, lengthened the cylinder, and went to, guess what, 357 Magnum. And now it fires the powerful 357 mag. And when you fire it, you know it in this little handgun because it's a J-frame. Model 60 is a classic, and I'll link to the first video, as I said, where I bragged on this, you know, the first mass-produced stainless revolver, you know, or handgun, or maybe of any kind, in 1965. So it goes back. You couldn't get one. I mean, they were just waiting lists everywhere. I like the Model 29 after Dirty Harry came out. Everybody wanted the stainless, you know, Model 36 is really what it is, isn't it? The original, at least. And it's undergone some changes, and there's different choices now. That's the big difference. When it came out, and for a period of a good many years, that was it right there. Okay, it was 38 special, and that's what it was. Very, very, very popular. Just the Model 36 and stainless, basically. J-frame, 38 special, 5-shot. But through the years, then as I said, I think it was in around 96, they started chambering it in 357 Magnum, a little bit longer barrel, and in fact, there's different models of it. There's a model, I don't know if it's a Performance Center or what, but it has even a Pro Series or something. It even has an adjustable sight, different grips, longer barrel. There's a 3-inch barrel. There's even I think a 4 or a 5-inch barrel on one of these things. Okay, still a Model 60 because it's the same dimensions in terms of the cylinder. It's still a 5-shot. If you get to a 6-shot, then you're talking about a bigger frame, aren't you? Like a K-frame. I don't think there's any J-frames that hold 6, not 38s at least, maybe 327 or something, you know, smaller caliber. So the Model 60 is a classic, and you as much as I'm sure a lot of you enjoyed that video and like this firearm and can appreciate the history and everything, you know, when it came about, and the hoopla, and it was just a very celebrated firearm, and so many people have them, have had them, and still like them, and still carry them. But still, you get a little more flexibility these days because you can get it in a more powerful chambering and a wider variety of barrel lengths and grips, sights, and that kind of thing. So if you look at the Smith & Wesson website, you see what I'm talking about. Some of them are in the Performance Center and all that. So let's shoot the thing some more. Okay, I'm gonna prove. Again, my man, I'm gonna shoot. Whoa! Drop the box so I'll get that. I'm gonna shoot a 357 Magnum. Okay, and like I said, you really know it when you shoot Magnums in this thing. So, you know me. I've got my a 642 air weight out. This is still my favorite. Man, when I say favorite, what do I mean by that? I don't know. This is just a cool, extra cool pistol. It really is. As far as what I'm going to carry, though, this is what I like, because I can carry plus P in it, 38 special, and it just feels great, lightweight, airweight, 642. It's just such a wonderful little revolver. This is too, but if I'm going to carry 357 Magnum, I probably am going to want this longer grip instead of the boot grip, so I'm going to end up with a little bigger firearm, right? I mean, it's a little bigger to begin with, 357, a little longer barrel, and, you know, than the original Model 60 line there, and then this one too. A little bit longer barrel, and this is short. And then the grip's longer, and all that. A little heavier, definitely heavier because it's not an air weight like that. But, oh boy, an air weight shooting 357 would be a handful, wouldn't it? But now, and I'm not going to argue back and forth on that too much. That's debatable, and we could discuss that for a long time. These are handguns that, if you do carry a 357 Magnum, granted, you're not going to be shooting it a lot. These are one of those firearms that you would carry a lot and shoot a little, as they say, okay? And you would have that hot round only if you needed it. So, let's go ahead and shoot something. I guess we ought to smoke some pot since it's a pretty hot round. Got an empty paint can there. See if we'll go through that. Wow. Oh, I missed. Whew. And that's part of the risk. You know, you got a really hot round, you know you're gonna feel it. You're more likely to miss, unfortunately. Let's just take out this 2-liter. I'll double action him. Hit the stop sign. Woo! Click. Only 5. So now I make a big deal about it hurting a little bit, stinging, but it's not unbearable, okay? It's not unbearable. My bigger concern is, I don't know, just maybe not feeling as confident, knowing that's coming. I can handle it. I shot a lot of hard kicking things. Let me shoot 5 of these, for example, the Plus P38 Specials, which is what I fired at the beginning on the Cowboy. I'm not sure I would be confident that I would have been able to take out that Desperado with 5 shots if they'd been these Magnums. It's just a different feel, and you really got to hang on to the thing. And I don't care who you are and how much you shoot, you're more likely to flinch when you're doubling the recoil on a little pistol like this. This is 38 Special, and it just feels better. Like there's no anticipation really of recoil, like, okay, here it comes. 38 plus P, 38 Special plus P. But now that's a choice everybody has to make. A lot of people, I don't know, ironically, and maybe I'm generalizing, but ironically, it seems like the people who shoot the least and have the least experience with firearms and shooting are often the very people who would argue with me on this. It's, oh man, you want 357 Magnum in there. You don't want to use weak sister 38, plus P's. You got a 357 Magnum. Put Magnums in it. Yeah. I understand that argument, but it's kind of funny because it's usually coming from people who, they're the very people that are going to flinch like crazy and not hit anything on the range. Couldn't hit that filing cabinet, under stress, or maybe when there's no stress. So, I mean, really, not to be negative, but I think there are a lot of folks talk a big game. I've shot enough that I know it affects me. That's where I'm coming from. And I shoot a great deal, as you know, and John shoots a great deal, and we both, I think, would tell you that, yeah, it's a powerful round, and it's great, 357 Magnum. John shot this and think, wow, he's the same reaction I do. It just has to affect you to some extent. The confidence in placing a round and more likelihood of jerking the trigger, jerking the target, sight off target, that kind of thing. So I don't know. You just want to practice with it. That's the thing too. That's it. Let me shoot some more Magnums. If you're going to carry Magnums in it, by gosh, shoot Magnums. Practice with Magnums. Shoot a bunch of them. Okay. Go out to a range cold. Your first shots are with Magnum rounds out of this thing, and pretend it's stressful as best you can, and pull it out and shoot it under stress. Firearm. So, but it really does matter. My opinions are, just as long as you practice with what you're going to carry in it. Okay, if you're going to carry that kind of ammo in it, shoot 50 of them or whatever at the range. Go to the range and shoot a big box of them, and make sure you're competent with it. You know where they're going to hit and all that sort of thing. Okay, but it's also, these are some just wad cutter 38s. It's also just a nice. It's big enough where it's got a little heft to it. It's compared with an air weight, and it's a little heavier than even that other Model 60, the original. that you can have a little fun with it. Like these, just a regular 38 special. These ought to be very comfortable and fun to shoot, don't you think? Yeah, oh yeah, really nice. Ooh. I'll just go and put one of these on the gong if I can. I better cock it. I'm not sure where I'm going, but there we go. Got him. I think I was holding too high. So those are really nice. You could take some regular 38 special, have fun with it at the range. And that's what you do have to watch it. You have to be a little careful. You want to do that. You want to enjoy the firearm, get really familiar with it. Shoot a lot of 38 special. Be my advice on a firearm like this. A lot of that stuff that's just fun to shoot. But then make sure maybe what I would do is before I leave the range, I would get a little more serious. Okay, I want the last shots I've taken with this to be the feeling I'm going to get, and have that in my muscle memory, and shoot a bunch of Magnums. Okay, that'd be a good thing to do. I think I don't know what trainers would recommend. I'm not a trainer, but I would shoot a bunch of Magnums before, or whatever I'm going to carry in it. If it's 38 plus P, I would try to shoot some of those, or if it's 357 Magnum, the same power factor and everything if I can, and the same ammo ideally. And because you're not going to go through a ton of ammo anyway, get a box or 3 or 4, and shoot a fair amount of it, know where it hits, get comfortable with it, you know what the recoil, the blast is going to be like, and then of the carry ammo, the ammo you're going to carry in it. And then there you go, you're good to go. No, I'm not going to criticize you if you do that. What I might criticize somebody is if they're shooting stuff like this, which is nice target ammo, that's all they ever shoot. But then, all right, it's my carry gun, so I'm going to carry some big old Magnums or wherever they are here. Yeah, some big hot 357 Magnum hollow points. Yeah, I want to be well protected. So they put those in there, and they think they're well protected. And they might be, but you know where I'm getting at. It's like, going to, there's a 44 Magnum line over there. I could just never have shot a 44, and I could put that in my belt and think I'm well armed. But I've never shot a 44 Magnum. The first shot from these might just deafen me and it jumps out of my hand. So I want to know what it feels like, okay? This is a defensive firearm, basically. That's why I'm talking about it so much, okay? So anyway, I got kind of carried away with the ammo and all that, but it is the Model 60, the newer iteration. Like I say, it's just a classic since 1960. Okay, and really you want to go back to 1950, the J-frame, the 36. I think it was not called the 36 right away until whenever they started putting numbers on them later in the 50s or 60s. But the J-frame 38 special, those things have been around forever, and this is still kind of the same firearm, J-frame, lightweight, narrow firearm, 5-shot. It's just that it's been beefed up a little bit for the Magnum cartridge. Most of you know this, but who knows? There are a lot of new people around. Let's find here's a 38 and here's a 357. The 38 is not as long as the 357, the case, see. So in order to chamber that, they need to lengthen the case, or the cylinder, and so you get a little more weight there, and it's all steel firearm. So, it'll handle it, and you could handle it, but you just need to practice it. So that's the main point I wanted to make about the ammo. The gun, a classic, lots of options. Many of you have these. I hear from you. You've been recommending this for years, and we just haven't gotten around to it. I've not really owned one until recently, and I don't think, not that I can remember. I mean, it seems like maybe for a year might have had one kind of like this. I don't know. I probably dreamed it. But so anyway, showing you 2 different versions of it now, kind of the original classic and now this. And honestly, you probably would I don't know, like this one better maybe. It's more versatile as far as a practical firearm. You can shoot the 357 or the 38s, got a little more weight. It would be a little more fun at the range, although that one shoots just great. So let me take just a couple more shots and I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna make you leave. How's that? Let's shoot some. Now here's why I would carry, even in this one, plus P. I can handle Magnums, but I just would rather have plus P in there. My philosophy, and that's me though, that's my philosophy. And some would not agree. Oh, wait a minute, what did I do? Yeah, I grabbed a couple of Magnums over there. Didn't want to do that, or one Magnum, don't want to do that. They look a lot alike, don't they? Yeah, these are 38 plus P. It's okay, it's just I'm the one that would be surprised. My stand on a self-defense pistol generally is you shoot whatever you shoot well, carry whatever you can shoot well. A lot of people say shoot the biggest gun you can shoot well, that sort of thing. Excuse me. And that's pretty much the case. But for self-defense, there are so many more issues, more important, or at least as important, than the exact power factor of the bullet, the ammo you carry. There's so many other factors in protecting your life, okay? And that's just one of them, one small one. Okay. You know what? I've hit the gong, haven't I? I got a couple of targets down there, big ones, that have not been hit. Uh-oh, I've also got 2 liters. Maybe I should save those for another day. No, let's take them out. All right. All right. It's a good little shooter. I'm always pleased when I can hit something with a little gun like this because you don't have a very long sight radius or any of that. Let's put another one on the gong. Yeah, I heard it. All right. Now I'm going to put one on that tombstone. Yeah, good little shooter. I think it'll be a successful firearm, the Model 60. I've come to that conclusion. I think Smith will make a lot of money selling Model 60s. Yeah, I think they have. So anyway, and I don't know what else to tell you about it. You can change out the grips. You could put boot grips on this one, smaller grips if you wanted, I'm pretty sure. And I like boot grips. But if you're going to shoot 357 Magnum in it, you might want to leave these on there, have a little better grip on it. And they come in different barrel lengths, adjustable sights, all that sort of thing. A lot of it depends on how you're going to carry it, what you're going to do with it. If you're going to have it on a belt holster, the barrel, it's not a big deal. If the barrel's a little bit longer, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Same with the grip. The grip could even be bigger. And these little firearms, my preference is concealed hammer. A lot of people it's not. And that's why I like the little Centennial model, the Airweight, the 642. I would like this firearm better if it had that same Centennial concealed hammer. But that's just me. It might be more fun at the range for you. Like I've been pointing out, you could shoot 38 special and different things. If you can cock it, and just plink at stuff that's far away or whatever you want to do, it adds more to the fun of shooting perhaps, okay? So it just depends on what your purpose for the firearm is, okay? But it's mainly a defensive pistol, and everybody knows that the Model 60 is a good little defensive pistol, revolver, okay? If you hate revolvers, you're not gonna like it. But if you like revolvers at all, it's hard not to like it. It's pretty cool, even though it's the newer one. It's got the ugly key lock and all that kind of thing. But it's a good little shooter, and this one would be more versatile than the original. What can I say? The choice is yours. There are a lot of choices out there, and it's hard to go wrong with a little revolver like this. Yeah, it may not be your favorite firearm. You may rather carry something else. You may rather shoot something else later, but they're just neat and they're fun to shoot. So it's not a huge mistake if you ever buy one of these, okay? So I'll shut up and let you all go. I'm glad you came by and kind of enjoy this pleasant evening with me. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.